Frantzia eta Espainiaren artean kokatzen dugu Euskadi. Euskaldunak kanpotar ohiturari urriki hartu dabe. Istorio edo kondaira hau Euskadin kokaturik dago, itsasadar baten ahoan, Urdaibaiko erreserban, arrantzale herriska baten eta honen herriaren izena Mundaka da.
Musiko ganador de este año, Categoría Pro, Mundaka.
Mundaka exactamente no sabemos cuándo se fundó. Hay constancia escrita a partir del año 1050, que ya existe el nombre, y a partir de ahí ya empieza a aparecer Mundaka pues, por todos los sitios.
Pues aquí vivimos de la pesca porque siempre hemos vivido de esto, es un medio de ganarnos la vida y es una forma de vida de la nuestra y siempre se ha vivido aquí de la pesca en Mundaka. Estamos muy arraigados aquí a la mar y a la pesca desde generaciones, de familia.
Y en Mundaka ahora ya solo quedan 3 pescadores que viven de ello. Pero últimamente las industrias más grandes que existen en el pueblo es el turismo. Para un pueblo de 1800 habitantes tenemos 4 hoteles, 4 o 5 restaurantes y 25 bares.
Mi familia siempre ha sido pescadora, mis tíos, mis abuelos y demás. Tengo parte de dármelo también, pero bueno, somos muy mundaqueses. ¿Entiendes? Aquí no había nada más que pescar. Y bueno, pues... Y ya sabes, con el tiempo las cosas empezaron a cambiar.
¿Tú sabes lo que era mía?
Es que yo llevo aquí 32 años. Desde el 74, porque empezaron a venir los australianos, descubren la ola izquierda de Mundaka y pues poco a poco venían unos poquitos, poco a poco. Se hace mucho surf aquí, ellos se encuentran aquí como en casa. Les gusta Mundaka. Abrimos mucho antes, pero depende de cómo coincidan las mareas, porque esto va con las mareas, ¿no? Es decir, mañana a las 7. No, igual es que la ola es a las 8:30. Depende de la bajamar y de la pleamar.
No me gustaba, al principio le odiaba. Les llamaba pingüinos a los que estaban en el agua. Recuerdo un día, durante los años 70, las olas estaban tan grandes que era muy peligroso para los barcos de pesca entrar y salir de puerto. Solo algunos pescadores salieron a la mar ese día. Estos surferos habían acampado en el estacionamiento durante semanas. Eran muy vagos, vaguísimos. Si no había olas, se pasaban todo el día sin hacer nada, bebiendo y fumando. Aquel día las olas eran grandes y estos surferos perezosos estaban en la mar surfeando, gritando como niños de emoción. Esta tarde, una multitud formada por gente de Mundaka se juntó para ver a los pescadores regresar a puerto. El primer barco en regresar nunca vio las olas venir. No creo que los pescadores supiesen nadar. Estábamos seguros de que se ahogarían. Gracias a Dios por los surferos. Ellos salvaron la vida de estos pescadores. Esta tarde hubo una gran fiesta para los surferos, que salvaron a los pescadores. Desde ese momento, el surf ha sido bienvenido aquí en Mundaka. Mira, a Bermeo le conocen por la pesca. Y ahora saben que existe, porque aparecemos en todas partes, a cuenta de la ola izquierda. Y somos súper conocidos por eso. Y luego me da prestigio al pueblo y nos conocen en todo el mundo.
El surf lo que ha hecho es, ha traído otro deporte al pueblo, que lo mismo que los niños juegan a pelota o al fútbol o al balonmano, pues ahora en Christmas y en el día del cumpleaños, uno de los regalos típicos es pues la tabla de surf o el traje de surf o alguna cosa de surf. Y ahora existe la surfmanía.
Mundaka estaba levantando. Lo primero que hacemos es venir aquí, mis amigos y yo. ¿Que hay olas? Pues si no hay bronca de nuestras madres, coger las tablas y entrar seguido.
Decía, antes cuando había olas grandes o esto no decía ni hablar, igual estás todo el mes esperando a que haya ese día olas y de repente llega las olas y que no le dejaba, entonces tenía la pelea, ¿no?
Pero también se ha escapado sin permiso, también se ha metido al agua.
Si las olas son buenas, pues hasta que amanezca. Y una vez hecho esto, pues a la cama.
My introduction to Mundaka was sort of, what you might say, a bit disgraceful. We rolled up here one day, it's mid-September, about 6 to 8 foot. Rolled up, pulled up my car apart, walked up and went, oh look, there's waves, you know, and then grabbed our 6.6 single fins in those days, raced out into the water and got probably the worst beating I've ever had in my life. Because we didn't realise how powerful this wave really was. By the end of February, I was pretty much sure that this is where I was going to stay, you know, that things were looking pretty good here. I met who now is my wife, who made me sort of change my idea about whether I should be going back home.
Caught my first long barrel here in Mundaka. From then on, I was pretty much sold. Went back home, learned Spanish, and after that, 10 years later, I'm still here and never looked back. You're leaving your job, your house, and you're going, you know, how these people that speak a totally different language, even Euskera or Basque, you know, what are they going to think of me as an American living in their country?
So I always remember standing in a bar one day, and a big fisherman came in, stood next to me, my wife or my girlfriend in those days, and the guy stood on her foot, was pushing, you know, like really standing and pushing hard, and looked at me and went, "Excuse me," you know, like expecting me to react. I'm looking at this guy who's a little bit bigger than me, and I'm going, I don't want to get involved in this, you know. That obviously, as long as you respect what is the people and what is the culture, you don't have a problem here. That's a bit better.
This is the warmest, welcoming, friendly people you can meet. Those of us who work in hotels or restaurants, they basically live off a busy summer. And the 10 days that the professional event is on, they're basically living off those 10 days too. It feeds us for the rest of the year.
Agradezco que llegue el campeonato porque se llena, es un beneficio extra para mí. Y en octubre, cuando llega el campeonato, esto es bestial. Es bestial, vienen en manadas aquí la gente. Entonces estamos todo el día trabajando. De día, de noche, hay fiesta, hay conciertos, hay extranjeros, hay euskaldunes, hay de todo. Buen ambiente. También te hablo como surfer, que me gusta que vengan los mejores del mundo a Mundaka, a mi pueblo natal, lo que muchas otras personas pues no le agradecen.
Some people might be grumpy about it on one hand, but they're definitely down there watching it.
The crew that work on this event, they all come from the surf club. They're all pretty keen surfers, or they live for the surf. They're all in Mundaka. They actually take their holidays from their normal jobs to spend 2 weeks working at our event. So that's kind of a special thing we have with the surf club Mundaka, that guys, you know, they take their own personal time to come and help us out and make sure that this whole event runs. I mean, even though Mundaka is world renowned as a great wave, they don't take it for granted that the ASP come here and accept it as this is one of the prime locations on the Dream Tour.
Todos aquí los chopos, mira, que les leite, Padarach. Se espera mucha gente, estamos ya todos temblando, hasta que porque nos van a dar buena paliza y mucho trabajo.
Hasikeran ez naben okin afizioa, baina afizioa hartuta gero, urtero juten nintzen ikusten kanpeonatue, da giz esan politxe da, surfona ikustiz gain, emozinu da, ikasi ditzen da, munduko surfista honenak zu gasoti euretan, politxo izaten da.
It turns out, I reckon in Surf City there's cars, boards, people, you know, younger people around, you know, I don't think there'd be too many other places in this whole area that would accept such a radical change.
Que Mundaka es tan pequeño que no está preparado para tantísima gente. Que no hay aparcamientos, que no hay hoteles, suficientes hoteles. Incluso ando diciendo a todo el mundo que cojan los pases para que no se queden en la calle.
There's a lot of people that want to be as far away from the crowd and as far away from the mayhem as possible.
Estamos deseando que llegue ya.
Siempre hay gente que se queja, pero lo aceptamos porque sabemos que es bueno para el pueblo.
Y nada, y a desear que haya unas horas estupendas y que disfrutemos todos del campeonato.
The mayoress of Mundaka wants to welcome the surfers, Billabong, the ASP, and of course all the media. She says welcome, and I hope you have fantastic waves. we're always amped to get here. When you get here, it's a whole population that's open arms, you know, so it does make a difference. And on top of that, we feel the positive impact of not just the 45 surfers or the 48 surfers, but the 300-400 people that come around with, and the media and all the attention. It gives us great pleasure to, you know, sort of help those who help us.
Antiairos, Marco Quilupo, Luke Egan, Joy Parkinson.
The thing I like about it here in Mundaka is surfing really suits their culture, I think, and they're very passionate about it. Good moments.
Enseña la firma.
Traveling with a family is not easy. It's, you know, it can be hard, and this is one of the best places to bring the family. My wife loves it. She's right into it. You know, the laid backness of, you know, letting the kids just do their thing.
There's a bunch of little kids running around that run up to everyone and say, "Are you famous?" It's so funny, and then they're looking for autographs as well. So it's yeah, it's pretty cool.
Some of the old ladies here are classic. You know, they really they come up and they're talking Spanish. Or Basque. I don't know what they're saying, but I just agree, and they're pretty stoked.
Luego foto tú y yo, allí.
Yeah, okay.
Vale. Oquilupo desde el primer año. No sé por qué, me gustó. Y no por lo físico, porque es un bote, eso, pero en el agua me gustó. Y luego cuando vine a tierra le abordé y dije, oh, esto es mi amor. Y soy fan desde el primer año. Y sigo siendo y seguiré hasta que se retire.
It's something you wouldn't see in like a fairy tale or something. It's a classic place. Yeah, I like being here.
You know, it's a fun place to go to. Definitely, it's definitely worth checking out Mundaka. I mean, the wave itself is one of the best waves in the world when it's on.
There's nothing, I don't think there's any place in the world that's got a wave like this with a backdrop, you know, like the town of Mundaka. Definitely one of the best spots to ever have to wait for a set.
You do have to read it for sure. You know when to be in the tube and when to be, you know, racing for the next tube or, you know, turning in between.
You know, when it's doing its thing and it's big and thick and it's low tide and the bank's shallow, it's got some power, you know. I know a few guys have been injured out here getting squashed against the sand, you know, it's like concrete out there.
If there's any chance of being good, you know, you drop everything or drive as far as you have to get it on.
It pretty much would be one of your best barrels of your life, you know, on a left-hand point break. I don't think any other left barrel that long.
People travel from all over Europe to see this event. They sleep in their cars, they cheer the surfers on, and it's a great atmosphere for a surfing competition.
It was unreal that Billabong stepped forward and came to a place like Mundaka. It's a very difficult place to run a contest, but when you get it on, the waves are exceptional, and the surfing calibre here can be very, very high, good as anywhere else in the world.
The reason the wave's so incredible is because of that sand and because of the river and the ever-changing tides and how big the tide swings are. It looked like the waves are terrible in the morning, everyone's basically walking away, and 3 hours later you got the best left in the entire world. It's amazing. There's nowhere else in the world even close to this place.
It's unreal that, everything that nature's put together can, produce a wave like this. You probably won't see the aerials and the beach break side of the surfing, but you will see the down the line, the speed and power, and the highest scores you do see come out here is that the way the surfer flows and reads the wave. It's a very critical wave to read.
When there's swell, this is the best place to be in Europe, really. It's amazing. The bank's good and shallow. It's just, it's difficult, obviously, to run the contest because it seems to only be good for like 2 hours of the day. So it's hard to get a whole contest done, but we're getting through it.
It's a good wave, definitely when it's on. But it could be a long time in between.
Average, very average.
I mean, you obviously want to surf when the tide's lower so that you can get a wave, but if it was the first day or the second day of the contest, I'd be really upset just because I know the history of this contest. One time we ran the first heat and the next heat didn't run for 9 days.
Dios creía que me iba a Macho para adelante. Tú vas a ir tranquila, tranquila, ¿ah? Estos son documentos, ya.
Good morning, everybody. This is the call, 8 o'clock call. The weather forecast for the next few days is not good at all. And you'll have more news at 11:30 once again. Next call, 11:30, everybody.
Fire. Smaller tomorrow. Then you got the 6-second stuff, which is pretty
this
junky.
is just wind swell.
Yeah, wind swell. Howling winds here.
Yeah, exactly.
Whole lot of nothing.
In all the bad directions, it starts getting good here.
You get a little 12-second in the swell, yeah, but that's not even until Saturday. You know, Saturday would be our last day of the waiting period, where hopefully we're not into a situation where we have to do some heats at a beach break to get it finished, but that's always, a possibility.
Okay, everybody, this is the 10:30 call. We're going to Baku. Possible start at 12 noon. We need to finish round 3 and put in as many heats of the next round. And see you there at 12 noon for our start. Thank you.
Well, at least we got the backup spot anyway, so we'll get the wave conditions that are we've got right in front of us. There's not going to be much to do here in Mundaka today. We could do a couple of heats, but really the best decision, so it's equal for everybody, is we go to Bacchio and surf it out there.
Say what? We're going to Bacchio. That's official.
Yeah, you know, you usually get the cold, rainy days when Mundaka's good, but for some reason when it's cold and rainy and there's no waves, we're at Bacchio, and you know, I mean, everyone's got to surf the same conditions, and there'll be a winner at the end of the event. So you know, you got to think about it like that.
La que ya no es igual es la famosa ola izquierda de Mundaka, cuya desaparición ha provocado otra desaparición más, la de Mundaka del circuito mundial del Billabong Pro.
El año pasado, por ejemplo, que no hubo campeonato por falta de ola, para mí, yo voy a hablar por mí, particularmente para mí fue un gran disgusto, mucho disgusto.
I mean, they took out 300,000 cubic meters of sand out of the river mouth and put it all on the other side and created an artificial sand dune. Sand started eroding off the sand dune, and so for a year and a half, basically had a 400-meter long closeout.
I mean, last year that sand base was almost out in line with the island. It's got to wipe out that whole end section sooner or later. It'll take a few years to reclaim it, but it'll do it.
Y el año pasado tuvimos muy mala suerte.
Este
Nos
año
quitaron
mejor.
la ola izquierda, pero a Dios gracias la naturaleza recupera lo que es uno.
I never surfed before. This friend of mine just came to me and said we should go surfing, and that's what I'm doing now. It's really, I don't know a thing about it, but I really like it. I like the culture around it. It's really cool.
I'm not a surfer. I want to be a surfer. I'm going to be a surfer. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, we're taking our boats to Morocco, and we'll surf on the way. And when I come back, I'm hopefully a surfer. I've been doing it for a few weeks now, and I really love it. I don't let it go, I guess.
Yeah, we just heard from some people who were also coming here that there was this event. So we thought it was the best thing to do.
We just drove through here, we rolled in here, and we had this really nice spot, just dead center of the contest. And yeah, we were watching it from a van, and it's just one big party over here. It's just cool. It's really cool. Yeah.
I've heard that everybody in the surfing world is really relaxed and easygoing, especially in a place like this, like Mundaka, because it's really small. And you meet the surfers, you're at the same terrace as the pro surfers. That's really, really good.
That Parkinson guy is, I love him because he loves our van. His daughter is really adorable, and she just walks by the van, oh, it's a big blue truck and stuff like that. And yeah, you gotta love it.
We hang out with Joel Parkinson, it's like crazy, it's cool.
That's our mate.
That's our mate. We see him every day.
All right, everybody, in the next heat is Parko and Jared House. That'll be an action-packed heat. make sure you stick around because we will finish the contest today.
Profesional guztizeka eta olatuenak badauzen, kanpeonato polis bet ikusiko gu. Tubo onak, giro onak, eta bueno, interesante hongo.
Me queda el rollo ese que no he podido ver 100% el campeonato. Sí puedo, entre comillas, pues unas mangas, pero no es todo lo que me gustaría. Sino
Probably the best waves I've ever surfed here.
Me gusta que queda mucho ambiente, es la gente que viene, son los extranjeros, que también les gusta el pueblo, que son muy majos, todo.
Pretty amazing. I can't believe the amount of people are here. It's gone from like 10 people in the Adelaide to 3,000 in a day. This place is going off. I can't believe it.
Okay, everybody, this is it for the final. Kelly Slater and Bobby Martinez, the rookie. Counting down the start, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We got the result. Bobby Martinez. Glad for him, man. He's a rookie. He's won 2 comps this year, and it's really stoked for him. And I think everyone else is stoked for him as well. Of course, everyone's really blown away with Slater's 8th world title actually here in Mundaka. I mean, that's amazing. The guy's a great athlete. He really deserves it, and he's probably out there looking at number 9 straight away.
Bueno, qué bien, Kelly ya ha ganado en Mundaka su 8º título.
It's been great. I hope to see you guys next year, and thanks a lot, everybody.
That afternoon, going into that night, your feet don't touch the ground that often.
My younger son, Keeler, a few years ago I think it was Luke Egan won it, and they suddenly lifted him off and carted him off down to the harbour there, and they go, "Oh, Dad, what are they doing? They're carrying Luke away." And next minute, he sees them throwing him off the harbour wall, and the son was like, "Oh, Dad, they just threw Louis in the water." I was, "Oh, it's okay. It's a full tradition here, but." Mundaka Surf Club guys here just do such an unreal job, and it's amazing that at that last second when they get to pick the winner up and take him down there, it's like the whole relief once they throw him, the contest is finished and it's a done deal, and everybody's just so stoked at that initial point of chucking him off the harbour.
Bueno, ya se ha acabado el campeonato. Si Dios quiere, hasta el año que viene. Y a ver si hay muy buenas olas como este año y podemos disfrutar viendo el campeonato. O sea, que bye bye, adiós. Y hasta el año que viene. Next week, next coming, ¿ok? Bye bye, gracias, adiós. En español y en inglés.